Hello sir, my name is Pramod Nagar and I am a student of electrical engineering final year and my batch is E6. My presentation topic is power flow control through DPFC, distributed power flow controller. Now we will discuss about the content of this presentation. First of all, we discuss in this presentation what is the objective. Second, we discuss about the introduction. Third, how we eliminate the DC link. And fourth, construction and working of DPFC. Next, we will discuss about the active power exchange between the DPFC converters. And next, we will discuss about the controlling of the DPFC, which is three types: central controlled, series controlled, and shunt control. And next we will discuss about the what are the advantages of the DPFC, and final and the last topic of this presentation is conclusion of this DPFC. Now we will discuss about the our first topic, which is objective of this topic. So objective of this DPFC is to compensate the reactive power in transmission line and to overcome the disadvantages of UPFC. We use the DPFC. It means DPFC has the advanced version of UPFC, or we can say it is the modified version of UPFC. Now we will discuss about the introduction of DPFC. Distributed power flow controller is a new concept in FACS technology. It derived from the UPFC by eliminating DC link between the shunt and series converters. DPFC has the control capability of controlling all the system parameters as that of UPFC, and its series converter is distributed over the transmission line, which is distributed static series converter, which is single phase converter. DPFC has employs two converters, which is series converter and second is shunt converter. Each converters needs a controlling circuit and an additional central controlling circuit, which provides the reference voltage to series and shunt controlling circuit. Now we will discuss about how we eliminate the DC link between the series and shunt controllers. This is the diagram of UPFC, in which it is the shunt controller. And this is series converter, which is coupled by a common DC link. By eliminating this DC link, we introduce a new factor device, which is DPFC, whose diagram is shown here. This is the block diagram of DPFC, in which it is shunt controller, and this is series converters, which are connected in series in transmission line. Now we will discuss about the construction and working of the DPFC. DPFC has the star delta transformers on either sides to eliminate the harmonic, and DPFC has the high pass filter at sending end of transmission line is used for blocking the harmonic frequency current and bypass it. and the series converter these series converter consist of multiple units that are connected in series with the transmission line. These series converter inject a voltage where the phase angle is controllable over 360 degree and where the magnitude is controllable as well. These series converters also control the power flow through the line, and the function of this shunt converter is to compensate reactive power to the grid and to supply the active power required to the series converters. There is no common link between these series and shunt converters in the DPFC. So the active power is exchanged by the harmonic through the AC network, and this is the construction of the DPFC. Now we see about the theoretical part of the DPFC. So first of all all converters contained by DPFC are independently and have their personal DC capacitor which provides the DC voltage as much required. Second, high pass filter at sending end of the transmission line is used for blocking the harmonic frequency current and bypass it. Star delta transformer on either side of the line. Series converter consists of multiple units that that are connected in series with the transmission line, which is shown in above diagram. Then the series converters inject a voltage where the phase angle is controllable over 360 degree and where the magnitude is controllable as well. Consequently, they control the power flow through the line, and the function of the shunt converter is to compensate the reactive power to the grid and supply the active power required by the series converters. There is no common link between the shunt and series converter in the DPFC. The active power is exchanged by harmonic through AC network. The real power can be defined in the UPFC as P is equal to summation K is equals to 1 to infinite Vk Ik cos phi k, where the Vk is the voltage of kth harmonic frequency and Ik is the current of kth harmonic frequency and theta k is the angle between the voltage and current. And third harmonic frequency is chosen here to exchange the active power because it can easily be filtered by star delta transformer which are connected on either side of the DPFC. Now we talk about the how active power exchange between the DPFC converters. This is the star delta transformer, and this is the transmission line. These shunt converter takes the these shunt converters take the active power at the fundamental frequency and delivers takes these real The parallel converter takes the real power from the transmission line at the fundamental frequency while insert the current again back into the series converter at harmonic frequency. The transmission line carries harmonic current which is used in the series converters to produce the required aggregate of real power at fundamental frequency by generating the voltage at harmonic frequency. By this way, the exchange of active power between the series and shunt converters. So now the above figure shows the exchanging of power flow through the transmission line. The parallel converter takes the real power from transmission line at the fundamental frequency while insert the current again back into the transmission line at harmonic frequency. The transmission line carries harmonic current which is used in the series converters to produce the required aggregate of real power at fundamental frequency by generating the voltage at harmonic frequency. Now we discuss about the controlling of DPFC, which is three types: main control or central controlled, second series control, and third is shunt control. The block diagram of this controlling of DPFC as shown in figure. Here is the central control and it is shunt control, and this is the series control. By the central control, reference current is provided to the shunt controller and reference voltage to the series controller. Now we will discuss about the one by one: series control, shunt control, and central control. So first, central control or main control. The central control DPFC works at power system level. It gives reference signal to the parallel control and series control. Its control function depends on the specifies of DPFC application at the power system level, such as power flow control, low frequency, power oscillation damping, and balancing of asymmetrical component. According to the system requirement, the central controls gives the corresponding voltage reference signal for the series converter and current reference signal for the shunt converters. Central control provides these signals at the fundamental frequency. This is the work of central control. Now second control is series control. Series control aims to sustain the DC voltage of capacitor of each series converter by help of third harmonic frequency component. Series control provides voltage at the fundamental frequency indicated which is indicated by the main control. And now we discuss about the shunt control. Shunt control is aim of parallel control to insert the third harmonic current constantly into the transmission line so as real power to the series converters. Now we discuss about the advantages of DPFC. First advantages is it has high control capability. Means the DPFC can simultaneously control all the parameters of the power system, the line impedance, the transmission angle, and the bus voltage. The elimination of the common decoupling enables separate installation of the DPFC converters. Due to this high control capability, the DPFC can also be used to improve the power quality and system stability, such as low frequency power oscillation damping, voltage sag restoration, or balancing asymmetry. Second advantage is high reliability. High reliability means the redundancy of the series converter gives as improved reliability, and in addition the shunt and series converter are independent and the failure at one place will not influence the other converters. And third advantage is it has the low cost. Low cost means there is no face to face voltage isolation required by the series converter. Also, the power rating of each converter is small and can be easily produced in series production line. And now finally we will discuss about the conclusion of the DPFC. What is the conclusion of this DPFC which is we used? First conclusion is that the DPFC is most prominent device afterward UPFC. It reduces the cost of the whole system because no isolation needed between the series converter and their ratings of component decrease too. And the third conclusion is the control is also designed for parallel and series control within DPFC. And this is the my whole presentation is based on the DPFC. Thank you.